Hello YouTube family, thanks for joining me on my videos. If you like the videos, please give me a like. If you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching the videos. Sincerely, thanks for watching. Hello YouTube family, I know it's been a while since I've been on here. Again, I'm working 60-hour work weeks, so due to the amount of time I spend at my actual job, I've not been getting on YouTube as much, but since it's the holiday season, I figured I would do a episode covering the insane right-wing war on Christmas that's been going on. It's one of the right-wing's never-ending wars. It's going to go on forever because, one, there's no war on Christmas, and two, they're going to keep saying there is one. It's one of those culture war issues the right can't let go of because culture war issues is all they have. And Christmas happens every year. I figured I would start this video with a mashup, not of the weird Trump elf, but some of the war on Christmas videos.
Talking Points memo, Christmas in America. You may remember about 10 years ago, the Factor began spotlighting companies that refused to say the words, Merry Christmas.
We are stopping cold the attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Thank you. Thank you very much. And something I said so much during the last 2 years, but I'll say it again as we approach the end of the year. You know, we're getting near that beautiful Christmas season that people don't talk about anymore. They don't use the word Christmas because it's not politically correct. You go to department stores and they'll say Happy New Year, and they'll say other things, and it'll be red. They'll have it painted, but they don't say, well, guess what? We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Who stole Christmas? That's the focus of tonight's angle. Decision by Starbucks to use a minimalist design for its signature holiday cup is stirring up a little bit of a debate. Some evangelical Christians are very upset that the coffee giant is doing away with symbols of the season like the snowflakes, the snowmen, and the other kind of ornaments. Starbucks says this year's simple cup is inclusive.
Good morning, everybody. Live from Studio M. It is Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. Normally during the Christmas season, we start the program by showing an outside shot of our all-American Christmas tree on Fox Square. But last night, shortly after midnight, somebody climbed up in the tree and lit it on fire. It's beginning to look a lot like arson.
So that covered a few clips of the war on Christmas stuff. As you might have noticed at the very beginning was an old clip of Bill O'Reilly. Remember, he used to exist? He still exists, just not in public that much anymore. He was a big proponent of the war on Christmas, and he thought he had a large fan following when he got booted from Fox News for all of his sexual misconduct, and he found out his following did not follow him so well. But that was just a mashup. It ended with the current, this year, burning of the Fox News Christmas tree. I want to get back to that momentarily. But one of the clips in that video was one of the many times Donald Trump claimed that he was going to bring back Christmas. He then claimed, and now he still does, just recently this year he claimed, I have people saying Merry Christmas again. And it's insane. That's a culture war, a big culture war issue for people on the right. So it's, for Donald Trump, a big thing to say that I make people say Merry Christmas again. I brought Merry Christmas back. As you can tell with the graph on my left, that no matter what path you take, there is no war on Christmas. And not that the right wing is necessarily going to believe you. And with the Merry Christmas thing, there has never been a time you could not say Merry Christmas to someone. Saving the instance that you work at a store where you deal with customers in some way, and the business tells you, tell everyone Happy Holidays. That's something that's done so that someone, a random customer, you don't know who they are, what their religious beliefs are, whether they have any or not. It's still a holiday season, and it makes sense to say Happy Holidays because so many people connect Christmas and New Year's. It's a joint season, Christmas holiday and the New Year here in the United States. But there was never a time you couldn't say Merry Christmas if you so choose. If you're leaving a store and the person at the store was instructed by their employer, when people leave, say Happy Holidays, and you look at the person and say Merry Christmas, they'll say thank you. They may say Merry Christmas back. I mean, the thing is, if you are at a business, a store, restaurant, whatever, and an employee tells you Happy Holidays this time of year, and you lose your crap, the person saying Happy Holidays is not the one with the problem. That's just the way it is. If you're losing your crap over insane culture war nonsense, politicized nonsense, that does not in any way, shape, or form affect your day-to-day life, you're the one with the problem. It's not the Happy Holidays person who has the problem. It's the one losing their crap over someone saying Happy Holidays. Let's face it, that's where the problem is. If you have that issue, that you get that irate, that your blood boils because someone doesn't say Christmas. And for businesses, it is not a matter of trying to hurt Christians, attack Christians, take Jesus out of our culture, our lives. It has nothing to do with that. For businesses, it simply has to do with business. Not everybody that shops at this place, eats at this place, whatever, is Christian. Some have no beliefs. Some are agnostic. Some are atheists. Some are Christian. Some are Muslim or Jewish or Hindu or whatever. And the thing is, you're the one with the problem when it's that big of a deal to you. I mean, you have never not been allowed to celebrate Christmas. You've never not been able to decorate your house and to sing Christmas carols. You could walk around your neighborhood singing Christmas carols, and the only issue you would have is if your neighbors made a noise complaint because they didn't want to hear it. And you were in public doing that in front of their house, and they told you, please go to the next house. And you refused, then they could call the police on you for disturbing the peace. But there is no war on Christmas. Nobody's attacking Christmas. Christmas has no problems. Christmas starts pretty much immediately after Halloween. I mean, we used to have Thanksgiving in this country, and you'll have some right-wing people saying there's an attack on Thanksgiving. And I would say the only attack on Thanksgiving is that the free market, the industrialized America, is trying to push Christmas on us as soon as Halloween's over. Because there's just not that much stuff you buy at Thanksgiving other than food. And they want to sell, and Christmas is the biggest selling point of the year. So many purchases are made leading up to Christmas. It's very commercialized, And if you want to get mad, that's who you should get mad at. The people who are commercializing Christmas. Not people who are wishing you a happy holidays. And the only thing I would say with the supposed war on Christmas is that people aren't attacking Christians. People are preventing Christians, or I should say, governments, municipalities are preventing Christians from pushing their practices and beliefs on others. You know, if a school doesn't want to have a Christmas play, that's their choice. And for you to get mad about it, that they're attacking Christmas, no, they're just saying not everybody celebrates Christmas. And we're not going to have kids that don't celebrate Christmas be forced to because your kids want to. I mean, it comes down to the whole point of, you know, does one get anything over the other? If you just don't do anything about it, there's no issue. And it's this whole mentality that the religious right has of trying to push their beliefs on other people. And it's very common. It's throughout society in every way, shape, and form. It's the bullying mentality of, if you don't let us push our beliefs into the public square, then we're being oppressed somehow. Which just isn't true. Not that you could explain that to people on the right. But it's a time of year that a lot of people like to celebrate. There are people who aren't even Christian who still will celebrate Christmas in a secular way. They'll enjoy Santa Claus and the various TV shows and movies that come on television around Christmas. And it has nothing to do with Christianity, but they enjoy celebrating Christmas because their kids like it, because it's so commercialized. You can't get away from it. And so they'll celebrate Christmas with their kids, despite the fact that they aren't Christian. You don't have to be Christian to celebrate Christmas. Christmas is a mishmash of different celebrations, all packaged into one highly commercialized American version in modern America. I mean, Saturnalia is perhaps the origin of Christmas. Saturnalia was a Roman celebration, a pagan celebration, celebrating Saturn, the god Saturn. And you had things like gift giving that was part of Saturnalia, that's now part of Christmas. You have pagan Northern European traditions, the Yuletide that's brought into Christianity, and you have the fact that Christians determined that December 25th would be Christmas Day, the day Jesus was born, even though you could listen to religion scholars and historians tell you there is no possible way. If there was a real person, Jesus, who lived in the first century, he was not born on December 25th. And that's something to get into at another time, I guess. But just from the biblical Gospels, the New Testament Gospels, the fact that the shepherds, then what historians and religion scholars will point to is that in the New Testament Gospels, there is the angel that goes to the shepherds who are in the fields guarding their flocks. As they say, the time period when shepherds were in the fields guarding their sheep was when their sheep were near shearing. They would guard them because when the sheep's coat is full, they're near shearing, that's when people would steal them to shear the wool and sell it themselves. So they would guard their sheep in the fields when the sheep were near shearing. And just like modern day Israel, first century Israel did not shear the sheep in December. So, no matter if there was a real person, Jesus, he was not born on December 25th. So to lose your mind over that day also makes no sense historically. But, and I found plenty of funny memes to make fun of the Christmas, war on Christmas mythology that the right wing has given us. And just kind of the way it is. They love their myths. And this I wanted to go back to. It's discussing the Christmas tree, the Fox News Christmas tree that got on fire, that was set on fire by a terrorist organization.
Tamanaha is expected back in court January 4th. And according to the criminal complaint, a security guard here at the Fox News headquarters actually told investigators that the tree that burned down was worth $500,000. That is some expensive fake foliage.
And that was the journalist reporting on, that was after the fire, after the first tree had been burned. Fox News had put up a new tree, and they were about to turn the lights on when he was reporting there. And as he said, the worker said the tree was a $500,000 project. Now let's go into this Fox News Christmas tree. One, they call it the All-American Christmas tree because buzzwords, it's right-wing media. They've got to use right-wing buzzwords, and All-American certainly is a right-wing buzzword. And so they call it the All-American Christmas tree when it's not even a tree, it's a tree shape. And if you saw any of the video around building of this tree or photographs of it, it's a metal frame, circular spiral that's in the shape of a Christmas tree, and they wire in tree parts to it, then put the decorations on it with the lights, and when it's lit up, it looks like a huge Christmas tree, but it's basically like Frankentree's monster. It's pieces of a Christmas tree wired into a metal frame. It's not a tree. It's tree parts shaped like a tree with lights and decorations on them. And it's all American. That is America. Fake. Fake all the way to the core. But that's their tree. It's not real. It's not a real tree. And it cost $500,000. When I first had read that it was $500,000 for the Fox tree, I thought, I need to get in the tree cutting down business. I need to go out and cut down some trees and sell it to some dumb rich people. Because that's a lot of money for a tree. That seems to be even a lot more money for pieces of a tree put together in the shape of a tree. I honestly believe I could understand it more if they just happened to find a massive tree and it took a lot of money to cut it down and to ship it into New York and to put it up. That honestly would make more sense to me than they have pieces of a tree put into a metal frame shaped like a tree, and it's $500,000. And Fox News lost their crap. Fox fans, right-wing fans, lost their crap because the tree was set on fire. The guy who set it on fire has a court hearing to show up to, And it sounds like he was a homeless man that set the tree on fire. It's unknown why he set the tree on fire. Possibly because he was drunk. Possibly because he was confused. Maybe he has some mental issues going on, because that's something that happens after you've been homeless for a period of time. You start to develop mental deficiencies. But there is no war on Christmas. You've never not been able to say Merry Christmas. And if someone says Happy Holidays to you, smile, say thank you. It's not a big deal. It's not an affront to you as a person and your beliefs. You know, if there's no Christmas play at your school, then don't lose your mind. Enjoy the one at your church. I assume if you're that uber religious and that into Jesus and Christmas, I assume you go to church and there's going to be some nativity play at your church that you can enjoy. Your kids can partake in. And the thing is, other kids at school who don't go to church don't have to partake in it. That's the way it should be. That's fair. Kids aren't being forced to do things that make them ask their parents, why are we doing this thing at school? What's it about? And their parents have to explain, well, we don't go to church, but a lot of people do, and so in order to make their really weak-minded parents happy, the schools make these plays and stuff. But for Christmas, this is my Christmas special. I've got my Christmas background here behind me that I can't reach because it's not really there. It's just an image projected behind me. But yeah, enjoy Christmas. A lot of people do. There are a lot of people that aren't Christian that still enjoy this time of year. You know, I don't have the same beliefs per se that someone who is devout has, but I still enjoy Christmas. I enjoy the lights. I enjoy the music. Right now I live in Vegas, so it doesn't really snow at Christmas, but you know, if I'm in an area where it snows at Christmas, I enjoy snow. I enjoy white Christmases. I enjoy this time of year. And the thing is, if I run into somebody I don't know, and they say hi or happy holidays, I'll say happy holidays back. Because they're just being nice, and I'm going to be nice as well. And it doesn't crack my ego for them not to say the word Christmas. It shouldn't bother anyone for someone not to say the word Christmas. As I said, Christmas is a grab bag of different practices from different pagan beliefs from a long time ago. That's all been mashed together and encapsulated into this one nice, neat, consumer-friendly capsule in America. If you want to get mad at anybody, get mad at the consumerism of Christmas, the consumerization of Christmas, the marketization of Christmas. Get mad at that. Get mad at capitalism. Don't get mad at people who are just being nice. Anyway, that's the show for today. Hopefully I'll have another one up here before too long. I've got several I've been trying to work on. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a like. Please leave comments. Let me know what you like, don't like. Tell me how stupid I am if that's what you want to do. Whatever, leave me some comments to let me know how I'm doing. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. It can help the channel grow. But as always, happy holidays and have a good day.